Obasanjo douses tension, promises action after closed-door meetings with Nigeria's ex-leaders. Former President Obasanjo on Friday said that Nigerians would start witnessing positive actions and changes amid tensions in various parts of the country. The former president said this after his closed-door meeting with former Nigerian leaders and elder statesmen in Abuja. Obasanjo, who addressed journalists at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja, noted that a communique was not issued at the end of the meeting because the statesmen would be long on action and short on statement. He said that the outcome of the meeting would soon be communicated to Buhari. The outcome of our meeting and our request will be made available to the president whenever he's ready to receive us. Obasanjo had on Thursday convened a meeting with the former head of state, Abubakar Abdulsalam, traditional leaders, and other influential leaders in the country. The ICIR gathered that the leaders had deliberated on issues bordering on Nigeria's economy, threats to the country's unity, high rate of unemployment, corruption, and development issues. Obasanjo has stated that those who could not be physically present at the meeting, such as former Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka and former President Goodluck Jonathan, had already sent their apologies. All right. We started by acknowledging the letter written in response to our own letter informing the president of our meeting, and we thank the president for his goodwill message. Obasanjo added that the leaders appreciated the fact that Buhari expressed his readiness to make use of the recommendations from the meeting. The ICIR had earlier reported how Buhari media organization BMO claimed that there was a plot by former civilian president to overthrow Buhari. The group, however, failed to provide proof of their alleged conspiracy. BMO, in a statement issued on the 30th of May, claimed that the president was working with a gang of conspirators operating under the guise of eminent persons in the country. The group said its reliable security sources informed them that the plot to overthrow the president would be premised on the disaffections in the country through a planned conference of so-called eminent Nigerians. The absolute audacity. Excuse me. Actions or against BMO insinuations. The other meeting held on Thursday showed that Buhari was in full support of the Obasanjo-led meeting. I think what we need to reread is the group said, which is the Buhari media organization, that its, quote, reliable security sources informed them that the plot to overthrow the president would be premised on the disaffections in the country through planned conference of so-called eminent Nigerians. I don't understand why you're taking offense. For you to overthrow a government, it will probably come from your opposition. So you're basically saying that the Nigerian people are the opposition, because technically the Nigerian people and the president or the administration are meant to be in the same line. Overthrows of government or coups happen when there's a snake within the government themselves that tries to overthrow, not the people. And first of all, why would you take offense to being overthrown when you have proven to be incapable and incompetent of actually leading the country? In fact, from 2015, since this Buhari-led administration till now, everything has gotten worse. Hiking prices, the debt has gone up by more than 100%. So I'm very confused, very much confused as to what is going on here. Because don't say these so-called Nigerians. If you guys have your issues and they are snakes or, Judases within your administration or within, and they want to overthrow, deal with them. Don't use that as an excuse to go to Nigerians and then use that as an excuse to, make certain laws or restrict them or strip away their human rights. Let them communicate to the president quickly, but they must also admit the problems of Nigeria is far beyond this regime. They were part of our problem, even worse. Facts, they were once part of the problem because they were once leaders of the country. Somebody says, let's wait and see. BMO group are evil tools that know nothing but to feed from the table of Buhari. before his expiry date 2023, or before then, nobody knows what tomorrow means for him or her. Very disgusting, evil people. They are like chameleons, snakes, lions, and hyenas. All they know how to do is feed on fat ignorance and pretentious evil agenda of this government. All right. Federal government should proscribe Fulani herdsmen terrorist group and treat terrorists in the language they understand. They are terrorists, not bandits. I mean, honestly, we have to, as this person says, we have to be clear on the names, okay? Bandits and terrorists, they don't hold the same value. They don't hold the same intensity when it comes to the urgency of the matter. Do not get me wrong. Doesn't mean that we shouldn't treat bandits or whatever, but bandits is a less like you can describe it as a euphemism for terrorists, and I guess it sort of calms people down if the news is given that way with the word bandit, but still does not justify the the lack of proactiveness when it comes to solving issues like this. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know what this meeting they've done is about. Again, Obasanjo and Alabi. I mean, to be honest, you can also argue for Obasanjo that, you know what, in his time as president, I think Nigeria was at its best. That was the best time Nigeria had been. I'm talking economically, I'm not sure socially, but I'm talking economically, definitely. I think that was the best times. I mean, he cleared a lot of debt for Nigeria, which is highly commendable. But apart from that, we can't still pretend like as if, the enabling for, a kleptocratic government didn't start there. Um, Somebody says, you have a mental disorder. Whoever said Obasanjo is not doing the right thing. All right. I mean, I don't know. I really do not know. I mean, these people have history themselves. There's power and hierarchy and influence that each of them do have. And to be honest, they are even capable of putting people in presidency. I mean, their faces don't have to be there, but that does not mean that they don't hold enough ground or enough power to influence how the governance of the country would go or look like. Somebody says BMO should be charged for taking news and hate, for fake news actually, and hate speech. All right. Somebody says Obasanjo is always speaking out and calming the tension. Has he though? I mean, he has the funds. He could help by supporting the protest and making sure that people are safe, giving out ambulances and supplying out lawyers. That's it. That's literally it if you want to support. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.